Well, it's the last day of 2024, and a new year means new laws in Connecticut.
That's right. Fox 61's political reporter Emma Wolfhorst joins us now in studio with more on what we can expect for the year 2025. Emma.
Bridget, Jamil, the legislative session ended 7 months ago, so you may have forgotten about some of the bills that passed through the General Assembly. There are about 15 new laws now going into effect tomorrow, January 1st. Good news for Connecticut workers. The state's minimum wage will increase January 1st from $15.69 to $16.35 an hour. This comes from a 2019 state law that requires the minimum wage be adjusted each year based on the U.S. Department of Labor's Employment Cost Index.
People who are working 2 and 3 jobs can cut back on the number of jobs they work. We know that minimum wage workers have to work 2 and 3 jobs just to make enough money to pay the bills.
And more workers will now be eligible for paid sick days. Beginning January 1st, nearly all workplaces with at least 25 employees will be required to provide up to 40 hours of paid sick leave every year. Some seasonal employees and other temporary workers are exempt. This law will eventually expand further and apply to workplaces with at least 11 employees in 2026 and those with at least 1 employee come 2027.
Everybody gets sick. Everybody deserves the time to care for themselves or for their loved one, no matter what kind of job they have, no matter how small their employer is, or whether they work full-time or part-time.
Those in the home health care industry will also see more safety protections in the new year. This law comes after visiting nurse Joyce Grayson was killed in October 2023 while caring for a patient at a halfway house in Willimantic. The measure includes more disclosures about clients' histories of violence or abuse and requires the Connecticut Department of Social Services establish a home health worker safety grant program to fund emergency training, panic buttons, a dedicated emergency hotline, a buddy escort system, and GPS tracking for workers.
If she had had that device where she could have pushed that button so that the whole neighborhood maybe could have heard that something was happening, I have to think, yes, it would help her.
And you can find a full list of all the rest of the new laws going into effect tomorrow up on our website at fox61.com.